Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we are broadcasting from the Grand Hotel. And we're here for what? The Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference. And we have with us Ned Staebler. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very well, sir.
Head of TechTown.
Yep.
Just spewing out new companies by how many a minute now?
A minute, I don't know, but a year. We worked with 1,000 entrepreneurs last year. We helped them raise over $23 million for their business. Did you know this is our 20th anniversary?
Is that right?
It is our 20th anniversary of TechTown. We opened our doors in 2004.
I feel so bad. We have some chachis for you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm excited for next year when we're old enough to drink, right?
Yeah.
In those 20 years, we have worked with over 6,000 businesses. They have raised over $408 million in startup capital to get their business dreams off the ground.
Oh my God. Listen, we used to come down and kind of cover you from on site.
Yeah.
And the people that were there and the ideas they had were just phenomenal. And I remember one of them was doing an app to straighten out the bus schedule, which was all messed up at Detroit at the time.
Oh boy, you want to talk about transit? We could get going into that for hours and hours. But you're right, our entrepreneurs are amazing. They have great ideas.
Yeah.
But we like to help folks get to know. So KNOW, we're going to help them get to know whether or not their idea has real commercial viability.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to do customer discovery and product market fit. And then we also help them get to know. Because you know what? Sometimes they don't. And the last thing you want to do is spend 2, 3, 5 years working on a project that isn't going to work, right? So we're getting to know whether there's a no.
Well, and you eat up investors' money, and you also take 5 years out of someone's life who works for you, thinking they're in the middle of a career.
Absolutely.
No is an important thing to say.
When what we're really teaching them is the process that you go through to vet these ideas and validate them. Because if this one isn't the right one, that's okay.
Yeah.
There's another one out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have $3 million ideas in the shower every morning.
Yeah. I don't want that visual.
And all of them, this is what we tell entrepreneurs. But you know what? There's no such thing as $1 million idea.
Yeah.
Execution. They say culture trumps strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, execution trumps everything.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely.
When you start having customers and revenue, now you got $1 million idea.
Yeah, that's interesting. So they come to you with ideas.
Yes.
In many cases.
Yep.
And you kind of nurture them through that whole process, right?
Absolutely.
And then you get them ready for the banks.
Yeah, what's really interesting about TechTown, as opposed to a lot of other places that do this, is we're called TechTown.
Yeah.
But we don't just work with technology businesses. We also work with anybody who's got an entrepreneurial venture. You want to start a restaurant, a coffee shop, a barber shop, light manufacturing, a podcast, a radio, a marketing agency. We will help you do that. Because to be honest with you, the process you have to go through, have you got a product that somebody wants? Are they willing to pay for it?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah, it is. I can honestly remember vividly driving home from covering TechTown one year, and we were eating this guy's grandmother's recipe for jalapeno spice cake. Oh, and we were terrified to eat it, and it's all gone by the time we got home. I mean, it was. You're right.
Yeah.
It's even the grassroots type normal businesses.
Oh, absolutely. And since we picked up the Hatch competition as well, which is the greatest business plan competition in the city of Detroit, that's the Comerica Detroit Hatch competition, powered by TechTown, where we give $100,000 to the best new retail idea in the city.
Oh,
We've got amazing bakers that are making companies, including a Filipino bakery that was a finalist in the last couple of years, JP's Bites, that does a really great. Oh gosh, what's the purple?
pomegranate.
No, close though. Oh,
Eggplant.
no, that would be an awful brownie. I don't know what they are, but they're.
Well, I didn't think jalapeno spice cake was going to go either.
I'm going to tell him that he's going to do a pomegranate eggplant brownie, and we're going to see where.
We'll be back. That's amazing. Okay, so tell me about funding, and I know Wayne State is in the mix here.
Absolutely. TechTown is Wayne State's business support organization, our entrepreneurship arm, and it's part of Wayne State's mission as the state's only public urban research university, to make sure we're helping folks in our community, and which is why I'm really proud. Those entrepreneurs we talked about, numbers are great, but are we serving Detroiters, Metro Detroiters?
Yeah.
And the answer is absolutely. So of last year, we worked with over 1,000 entrepreneurs. 67% of them were Black. 86% of them were entrepreneurs of color. 65% of them use she, her, hers pronouns. 11% were immigrant entrepreneurs. So we are really serving a group of entrepreneurs that is representative of the city and the region, because we know that if we want to be successful, everybody's got to participate in the recovery.
Well, you're absolutely right. And those are pretty basic mixes and representations of the population in Detroit. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I'm glad to see the immigration population in
Yeah.
because we keep forgetting what they bring to our country.
Oh, immigrants are, immigrants, they get the job done, right? You
Among
go
the
back
hardest working.
you go back to the history of Michigan and Detroit. Immigrants made the industry really
Yeah,
boom. When you look back into the 1940s, close to half the population of the city of Detroit was foreign born.
yeah. Isn't that unbelievable?
It's very small now. We need to fix that because that's how we grow.
Yeah.
And we need to get more people in this town.
No, we really do. Help me with immigration reform after the election because nothing's going to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
But we got to go to DC and present that argument. Ned Stabler, thanks so much. Always good to see you, my friend.
Always great to see you. Next time, I'm bringing socks.
I don't know what to do with them. It's Ned Staebler, CEO of TechTown in Detroit, Michigan. And you are watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman coming to you from the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference at Grand Hotel.